What's up guys, and today on Plug and Play we're going to be checking out Dark Matter from String Audio. Alright, so I'm pretty excited to show you guys Dark Matter, and as they label it on their website, Dark Matter is a powerful tool to create outstanding and complex cinematic sound textures, and they nailed it on this one. This is their first product that they've ever released, and I think for being their first one it's actually really cool and great for anything that you're doing cinematic, or even for your own music if you like to create some dark sounding textures in your songs to give it sort of a darker or more creepy sort of feel. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. There's 3 different folders: black, gray, and white. So let's start checking those out. Another thing I love about this library too is that the sounds load up really quick, and there's about 13 gigs of unsampled material using Kontakt's lossless sample storage compression, so it's more than 20 gigs not compressed, so there's a lot of sounds and just overall different stuff going on with this plugin. And one of the things I think is actually pretty cool is the GUI, and it's very basic in how it looks, but I think it fits. I think for the vibe that it's going for, almost reminds me of like those old 70s sci-fi movies and some of the sounds that you'd probably hear from those movies. And there's so many different sounds that you can get from Dark Matter. And one of the things that's cool too is they're all named. So if you're looking for something, let's say, closing the circle, you know, if you close your eyes and think about some movie that you're watching, like what would be going on? Like to me this sounds like you know, something's about to go down, some, you know, crazy part of a movie or something. So it's pretty cool, and I think it's a little bit helpful for trying to get the vibe that you're going for in whatever you're working on. And they actually have a new GUI that just came out too that has lock functions, so you can, you know, whatever adjustments you make, you can keep them the same. And there's 4 different layers, and you can adjust through all of them, and you can randomize different ones. You can pan them differently. And the little 6 bars at the bottom, you can actually adjust what you want as far as the different reverbs. There's a 50 convolution impulse response reverbs, and the only thing about it is you're not really sure what you're actually affecting, which ones or which instruments. But I mean, if you just want it to have that sort of free form vibe and you just go with it and go with the sounds that you think are cool, then just mess with it by ear and, you know, play around with it until you find something that fits what you're going for. And this is the gray library, and I'm not really sure why each one is labeled black, gray, and white. If it's anything affecting the sound, or if black is more darker, gray is a little more in the middle of darker tonality and more atmospheric sort of sounds. But yeah, this one's called Between the Lines. And what's cool too is that you can actually lock certain ones that you want to keep in, certain layers, and then you can randomize. So you might get different panning on certain instruments, different tuning, and all sorts of different other effects, so which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, when I first saw the demos for this, I was just really intrigued by the different sort of atmospheres that it brings, because I love using all kinds of different sounds and textures for my music, so having something like this is very cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the white library. And this patch is called Anti-Gravity, which definitely has a very spacey, sort of flowy vibe, which I think is cool. And like I said, if you're going through all the different patches, you'll find that there's so many that you can basically find anything that you're looking for with Dark Matter. With over 180 plus pre-programmed instruments, 5 instrument effects like screamer, lo-fi, phaser, tape saturation, delay, and chorus. You have a lot of control with the different sounds that you're working with too, and getting it more closer to maybe something that you have in your mind. Yeah, I just like how you can just plug these in and basically have this whole world of sound textures that, you know, at your disposal. I find this kind of stuff pretty inspiring because if I'm working on my own music and let's say you're not really in the creative mind, something like this would inspire me to start creating some music just by having some sort of you know, creating a world sonically with these different sounds. You have to be careful too is some of these patches loading kind of hot, so you might have to adjust the volume a little bit if it starts to clip a little bit. So just keep that in mind, keep an eye out for that. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with each patch or how they go about getting the different sounds. It's more of just, you know, I'd just go through and check out the different names and see what's, you know, maybe speaking to me a little bit and open it up, and if I like it, then, you know, I'll go with it. If not, just search through all the other different ones till I find something I like. And also there's the main engine and then there's the effects engine, and in the effects engine you can actually turn on and off the different instrument effects that dark matter comes with. So if you want the screamer, the lo-fi, or the tape, and if you do engage them, you have to make sure to go to the output on the other side on the tape simulation, because when I first loaded it up I wasn't getting any sound, but you have to make sure you go and turn up the output for that. So this is just another extra layer of control that you get with this VST, which is very cool. And at the bottom there's actually a high pass and a low pass filter, which is pretty cool. So if you don't want to open up any third-party plugins, you can actually use the one that's built into this one, so you can filter out some of those high and lows that maybe you don't want in your mix. So yeah, with this it's super cool. I just love how multi-layered it is. You just basically throw it on, push a key, and there's just this whole other world that sort of opens up, which is pretty damn cool. So yeah, make sure to head over to stringaudio.com. You can get it right now for $99. And also, for not being out for very long, there's a ton of really good reviews, which is a good sign. You can head over to their website. They have some demos you can check out, and you can see all the different stuff that it comes with. So yeah, I think overall this is a really cool plugin. I'll have everything in the description below, and make sure to check out their website. And I'm looking forward to seeing what more products that this company comes out with, since this is their only one that they have so far. Alright guys, so thanks for checking it out, and as always, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and like and comment, and I want to hear what you guys think about all these different plugins that I post. So until next time, I will see you guys right back here on Plug and Play.